Davy Rogers is up. Rogers swings the left. Oh! Davy Rogers! Oh! What a goal by Davy Rogers!
Not one person in this stadium seen this coming at half time.
You can see the guards behind the goal at the main stand. They will be investigating Shelbourne for robbery. They have absolutely mugged Treaty United here at Town.
Up and find the goal! Harry Wood, the jersey's off. 6 minutes to go. Look at that one! What a goal that is!
First off, Ben, for those who might not know your story, can you tell us a bit about where you're from and how did you get into football?
Yeah, no, so my name's Benjamin Lee. I'm 19 years old and I'm originally from Cape Town, South Africa. I moved to Vancouver, Canada at the age of 7, and then that's actually where I found my love for football. I kind of grew up playing rugby, cricket, and then when I came to Canada, my first lunchtime break at school, the kids invited me to play soccer, and then after that day, I just fell in love with the sport.
Did you play? Well, actually, that's been answered. Growing up, who would have been the biggest influence on your career, whether that be a player you loved watching or someone close to you, and why?
Yeah, I would say for me, it definitely would have been my parents. They've always given me that belief and support from when I was young, and to have them, they've really sculpted me to who I am today. And then all the extra training I've done with my dad over the years has been a huge influence into where I've come a long way in the game, and I give it all to them.
You're originally from Canada and South Africa. How did the move to Ireland and Treaty United come about?
Yeah, so before this, I was with the Vancouver Whitecaps, and a coach there knew Kira, the co-owner, and so that's kind of how the link happened. And after that, got in touch with Tommy, and then I came on trial in January, and was successful after that. So really grateful for the club for giving me an opportunity here.
Was playing in Europe something you always had your eye on growing up?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always, when you're in North America, it's kind of always talked about. So as soon as I heard of the opportunity, I was really excited. And again, just a blessing to be here and playing. I've loved every moment of it.
So you settled into life at Treaty very well. How have you found your first League of Ireland season so far?
It's been amazing. It's been great. Everyone's been super welcoming. The team's been unbelievable in that point of view and helping me grow as a player. It was an adjusting period. It's definitely a different style of football. And I was going from academy to my first time in men's football this year. But the league's fantastic. Every game is super competitive. Loved all the stadiums. Got to play at every one, which was awesome. But everyone had a different vibe to it. And it's just been an unbelievable experience. I loved it.
Well, your first goal for Treaty came at a really important moment in the playoff race down at Mount Hawk Park against Kerry FC. Do you remember much of it, and how did it feel to get such an important goal?
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. I'd just come onto the field about a minute before, and I saw Roy get on the ball, and he's very, very good at driving into the field. So I saw him, and once the defender followed him, I just went behind Roy, and the ball fell to my feet, and he did a fantastic back pass, and right place, right time, a minute after, and then all the emotions flooded out. I was so happy, and then I just ran to the fans, and just so happy for the team to progress that way, get a tie in an important time, and it was an unbelievable feeling.
Into the playoff on Sunday against Bray Wanderers. Just a quick word on the semi-final against Cove Ramblers. 2 excellent performances for Treaty Friday and Tuesday night. What do you put it down to?
Yeah, I think going into the game, we had a really great message. Just the whole vibe around it was we wanted to go and win. Obviously Cove's experience, lots of players have been in the league for a while. We're a bit of a younger team, some inexperienced, but we went out there and every single player gave it their absolute all. And I think a big moment for me, which I loved, was in the second game when they scored late. Cove 1-1, going extra time. The momentum easily could have swung their way, but going into extra time, the message was we're going to go win. It doesn't matter if it's extra time or penalties. And as a player, that gives you all the confidence to go out and play your game. So I would say the whole positivity around it and the belief was huge. And then also the fans, as we know how badly they wanted it. And as footballers, we're entertainers. They're one of the most important parts. So to go down there knowing, and the support was unbelievable. So they gave us all the energy we needed, and and defensively as well. I thought we were unbelievable over the 2 legs. Everyone, the team played superb. So yeah, it was really enjoyable to be part of.
So how important is it? How important is it having the Treaty United supporters at home and away match during these games? Does it make much of an impact?
I think it's huge. That's what it's about. They're taking evenings out of their Fridays and Tuesday, and to see that many support come to an away game was unbelievable. Every time you make a tackle or you get in on goal, to have that backing behind you it gives you all the energy you need. And so they've been fantastic. I think it's gotten even better now for playoffs. So it's been amazing as a player to see.
How good is the mood going into camp on Sunday?
We're all very positive. I think we've been in good form lately, which is great. We're building on week after week. I think it's just getting better and better. So I think it's very positive in the camp, training well. And yeah, we're all looking very forward to the game on Sunday.
The games between the two sides have been close this season. Treaty winning 2 and Bray winning 2. What kind of battle are we expecting?
Yeah, Bray's a very tough team, and all the respect to them. They deserve to be in the final. They've done extremely well this year, and yeah, we know it's going to be tight. You can never predict a game, but all I know, I can speak on ourselves, and we're all going to give it our all. We all want the same goal. We've all given into it, and yeah, from our point of view, we'll give it our all. We want to go out there and have a big performance, but yeah, we know it's going to be tight and a very tough game. All the respect to Bray, and yeah, but we're all up for it and all very excited for it.
Personally, what would the result mean to you on Sunday?
It's huge. Like it's great for my first year being in Ireland, and to be able to compete in a final would be absolutely incredible. And just being part of this team this year has been absolutely fantastic. Everyone's been great. So to do it personally, it's great, but I love being part of the team. I think that's the most important part. That feeling of getting through against Cove, it's an addicting feeling, and yeah, would love that same feeling against Bray.
And finally, if you could send one message to the Treaty supporters thinking of going to the final on Sunday, what would it be?
It's just like we're gonna give it our all. We're doing this for you. You guys are some of the most important parts of it, and we love it. We love having you guys down there. So yeah, we want to give you a good game. We want to go out there and give it our all, and we will. And yeah, just really excited. Hopefully, a bunch of you guys come down, and all the energy and support. It helps us so much. So it'd be much appreciated.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
Of course, thank you very much, Matt.
Hi, Lee. It's great to have you on. Can you tell us a bit about where you're from and how did you first get into football?
I'm from Limerick, and I suppose just through my family, my granddad was massive into football around Limerick, and my uncle played professionally from an early age himself. And I suppose it was just kind of in the family, so just kind of got into it from a really early age.
Yeah. Did you play any other sports growing up as a child, or was it just soccer?
Actually, rugby enough, which some of the lads I'd know in football would laugh at that as well, because obviously with my size or whatever, but I loved rugby, but there became a decision then when I was around 14, 15, so I decided to go with soccer, and yeah, but I loved playing rugby. I didn't really get into GAA, being honest, but I love watching it.
Growing up, who would have been the biggest influence on your career? Whether that be a player, someone you loved, anything?
Yeah, as I said before, probably family. Just because obviously my uncle was over there, and I suppose my grandfather would have been a big influence. He would have kind of experienced that with him. And then my other uncles as well are heavily involved, and they love the game as well. So they would have kind of seen me obviously grow up playing it and it get more serious. So a lot of them would have given advice throughout the years and everything like that. And I suppose like every player, they're really close to their family, and seeing the twists and the turns, the highs and the lows of it. And yeah, I'm delighted. My family still go to all the games now, 15, 16 years later, and I appreciate them for everything that they do for me.
You've played in countries like England, Scotland, Spain and Northern Ireland. How would the standard of football compare to here in the League of Ireland?
Yeah, I suppose it depends on the league what it is. I think we're starting to see a different taste of it now with the clubs in the League of Ireland and up north getting into the European competitions. And you're seeing when Shells played Linfield, and I think Larne played them last year as well. And the leagues are getting really, really strong and starting to progress really well. And I think it's good for everyone involved. I think the standards have gone through the roof. And I think every team, not only the teams that are qualifying for Europe who are setting the standards, I think everyone else then is trying to catch up with them and make sure they're doing the things right, that they can prepare for maybe if their financial situation changes and they can really invest in their squad and say they want to go for Europe. I think as far as style, I think the leagues differ. And I think just as an individual player, I think that can help you as the older you get, because you get more used to the different styles of football, and that you can adapt your game to whatever your manager wants to play, I suppose.
Well, you're one of the few to play for both Limerick FC and for Treaty United. What's it like returning to your hometown club, and would you notice many differences between the two?
Amazing, being honest. I think every player loves playing for their hometown club. And obviously with Limerick, we were in the Premier Division and then briefly in the First Division. But I don't really look into that side of things, being honest. I suppose where I'm at with it is it's playing for my hometown League of Ireland club. And that's something I'm proud of. And as I said, I think every homegrown player is. It's just obviously I'd love to set a lot of things with Treaty and win a lot of trophies with Treaty. And look, we're in the really early stages of a journey as a club, and look, I'm proud to be a part of it, and I definitely want to help them grow. And as I said, that means winning trophies and progressing and helping the younger lads coming through as well. So I'm proud to be able to play a part in that, especially with your hometown club.
Having joined in the summer of last season and unluckily missing out in the playoffs last season, would you say what would you say is different about this group compared to last season?
I definitely think we had a change in personnel. We lost a lot of players in the off season for a number of different reasons, and a lot of them were good players as well. And we signed a lot younger as well this year, and obviously that takes time to gel as well. And I think there's been a lot of changes through each year with Treaty, but I think we were up and down again this year, if I'm being honest. But I think we've hit really good form towards the end of the season, and the group has really come together. We're actually in a lot more this year as well, and I think that gels the group a lot. You're in around each other a lot more, and it brings the group a bit more together. So in those difficult times, you can kind of dig in together as well. And I think we've just hit a really good form at the right time, and as you said there, we've got the playoffs this year, and we've started well in the playoffs as well, which is good. And there's a lot of confidence around the place and around the club.
Well, as your manager Tommy Barr pointed out on Tuesday night, Treaty have one of the youngest teams on average in the league with an average age of 21. As one of the senior figures in the dressing room, what's your role like off the pitch in helping guide the younger lads?
Yeah, I suppose it's just helping them with the highs and lows of football, because at one moment you could have a great game and the club playing really well and the team does really well, and then we might have a disappointing defeat, and it's how you can handle that. And it's all about staying level headed and just making sure that you're doing your work from on the training pitch from the Monday to the Thursday, and then be ready for the game, and especially then how you can prepare right away after the game. So how do you recover? How do you look after yourself? And I think, as you said, we are extremely young, and we've a lot of really good young players, being honest. And I think this is great for them because they're getting a first-hand experience of the First Division. And a lot of them would have played against Derry this year and seen that sort of standard. And if they want to be the best and play at the highest level in the country, they have to set standards, and we're trying to do that at the club as well, and especially in the change room and on the pitch and what we're about. And I think each individual then can learn from that and grow, and then they can bring that onto the pitch and develop as a player. And that's, I suppose that's what I'm trying to help them as well, because as I said, we have a lot of good young players, and hopefully they can do well for themselves.
Thanks. What's it like to work under Tommy Barr?
Yeah, it's been great. Tommy's obviously from Limerick himself and been around Limerick soccer a long, long time as well. And I think throughout my career now, I've just tried to learn from all the managers I've played under, and I've played under a lot of great managers. And I try to take little bits from each of them and try and learn. I have my B license a long time now, but I plan on doing the A really soon, and I want to develop that way. And yeah, Tommy, I think Tommy is a great man manager, and he looks after his players a lot, and he has us very well organised. And I think a lot of people now are taking a look at that, especially with the playoff games and having to go down to Wexford. And I think we're putting in some really good performances. We've been really organised and really disciplined, and I think then we've just been really efficient when we go forward as well. And I think, as I said, I just think it's all clicked at the right time for this time of year, and it's great. And look, we're just going with the flow of it now at the moment, and the next game is Bray, and that's what we're looking at. We're not looking anything beyond this. It's literally Bray. We'll do our homework on them, and we'll have a game plan going into it, and hopefully we can execute it like we have. I am going to include the Wexford game because we needed to get the win down there, and as I said, it's great for everyone involved.
Into the playoff on Sunday against Bray Wanderers. Just a quick word on the semi-final against Cove Ramblers. 2 excellent performances from Treaty Friday and Tuesday night. What do you put them performances down to?
I think we just clicked. I think Wexford was a big one for us as well, because I think it was probably the first game for a lot of the younger players that we had to go down and we had to do a job and get it done, and how they'd stand up to it. And I think from the first minute that whistle went, I think everyone was tuned in. It was probably one of our best performances in a long, long time. It was assured. It was assertive. We were all focused, and it was a really good performance. And then I think it just went into the Cove game. Look, there was an unbelievable crowd and atmosphere at the game at home, and we needed that. And they've kind of wanted these bigger games over the past couple of years as well, and now they're seeing it, and the fans came out. And I just think we were really good in the first leg. Look, they hit the crossbar as well. I think we had 1 or 2 good chances. I had one myself. If I'd put that away, we might have been 2-0 up. But look, 1-0 was enough on the night, and I suppose you were kind of worried going down there with just a 1-0, going into that sort of atmosphere down there. But look, I think we done a good job down there again. I think we were hard to break down. I think we hit them on a good few counter attacks. As I said, we were efficient going forward, and everyone to a man was brilliant. And look, we just got the job done down there, I think. And Cove are a really good team as well. So I think it's just given the younger lads a lot of confidence. The group has a lot of confidence now that we're grinding out results that we need to get results from, and we're doing that, and we're doing the job that we're meant to do, I suppose.
How's everyone feeling going into Sunday's game?
Yeah, really good, being honest. We'll do our homework on Bray, and I think everyone's looking forward to the game. Obviously, outside of us, I think all the fans are buzzing. It's obviously their biggest game, Treaty's biggest game, and everyone around the club is buzzing. But we're just glad that we're putting in performances that they're proud of, and that hopefully we can just do the business now against Bray on Sunday.
The games between the two sides have been very close this season. Treaty winning 2 and Bray winning 2. What kind of battle are we expecting on Sunday?
Yeah, they have been. I think Bray are brilliant. I think they've got some really, really good young players. I think they're very well set up. They keep the ball really well. They can go in behind. As you said, all of our games against them have been really exciting and really good. End to end, really. So who knows what, it'll probably be much of the same, especially with it being a final. Look, it'll be a difficult game. As I said, they're a good team. We'll do our homework, and hopefully we can execute our game plan against them, and hopefully we come out winners on the day. But as I said, we'll just give it our all now, do our homework, and we will be going into the game confident. But we definitely won't underestimate them because they're a great side.
Personally, what would a result on Sunday mean to you?
Yeah, it'd be massive. As I said to you previously, I want to win trophies, and I want to help Treaty progress, and this will just be a massive progression for the club. And obviously there's no trophy behind it, but it's progression for the club, and to help be a part of that and help drive that is makes me proud, and I want to do that. So look, this is just a start where we're at, and we're delighted to be there. We obviously deserve to be there, and we'll just look into the Bray game. But if we were to do it, I suppose it'll be, as I said, more progression for the club going into the promotion relegation playoff against the Premier side, and it'll be a big day for the club. But look, we have to get through Bray first. Will be a difficult game, but as I keep saying, we'll be going into it full of confidence.
And finally, if you could send one message to the Treaty supporters thinking of going to the final on Sunday, what would it be?
Yeah, I've said it before a couple of weeks ago. I'd like to just say that we hope we can do you proud on the day. We hope that you're proud of us over the past couple of weeks and the performances that we put in for the jersey and for the club. And we look forward to seeing you all there Sunday. And hopefully we represent you really well and we put on a great show.
Perfect. Thank you, Lee.
No bother at all.